This is Single Again for the first time. My name is Vincent Truman. I'm broadcasting live from Chicago, but not live by the time you listen to it, so please do not call in. So yeah, I'm getting used to the single thing again, and it's very strange. I think it was Louis C.K., the comic, who said being single after being married is kind of like finding vast amount of money from a country that doesn't exist anymore. I think his example was coming across 500 million Prussian francs, which I think is that's pretty accurate. It took me ages. I mean, I'm just about ready to get into the dating pool again, but it took ages. It took at least 14 months after my spouse said, I don't think, maybe we should be separated. Maybe it's too late. Leave me alone. I'm on a video game. Or whatever. It was ages before I could even look at a woman without one of my organs objecting to the fact that I was actually looking at somebody. Even if I was just glancing, not like the guy kind of, I'm looking at you kind of thing. Just glancing. I would feel like horribly guilty. And like I said, the organs would change. It would be like they'd have like some sort of like ADD, Alzheimer's, memory loss thing. It's sometimes I would look at somebody and my brain, it would get intellectual, It's like, well, it's not proper that you're actually looking at another lady because you committed to one lady. This would not be her. I don't know why my brain is British, but whatever. And then, I had guilt and shame associated with it, so I couldn't do it. And sometimes it was my heart that was like, oh, you really shouldn't do that. I don't know why my heart's gay, but my heart's gay, whatever. I really don't think you should look at her because that's not nice, and then my brain would be fine. And then, of course, there was, my genitalia would be like, hey, you should... I don't know where I'm pulling these voices from, but apparently my penis is from the Bronx. Hey, I ain't gonna do nothing. If you get close to this woman, I'm not standing up. I got no respect for her. Forget about it. So like one of those three organs would be like weird, and sometimes my gallbladder would kick in, but I've got no voice for that one. So it was January. Very early January 2013 that I actually met somebody that I went, wow, she is attractive and smart, and that's great. And I waited. It's like, oh, I've got no guilt I've got no shame about this. I have no self-loathing about this. This is nice. I'm actually just attracted to somebody. That's the first time this is. So that was very exciting. And I'm, to a certain extent, I'm still kind of chasing her around. We're friends on Facebook, and I'm, kind of flirty. I'll say things like, "So you're gonna marry me or what?" But it's couched with enough emoticons that it's not going to scare her. So it's all weird because I do find myself in a world where it's all I have is Prussian francs, and I can't quite figure out. It's like going outside. It's like Boo Radley going outside in Mockingbird. It's like, whoa, this is a weird world, and it's very much like that. I'm not used to it. I kind of came back into it, and I discovered a lot of things were different. Things that meant a lot to me. Feminism seems to be like this whole third wave of feminism, which is very 20-something. And aggressive and not entirely clever. I was talking to somebody who, a feminist, female feminist / atheist, who I know, and I was like, you and I have been friends for a long time. I just don't get it. What's kind of like going on with the mood? I don't get it. She said, no, you don't get it, do you? So maybe in the interest of our friendship, we shouldn't discuss it. That is not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. That was an actual response. And I was like, whoa, I got to walk away from this. So what I did to kind of stay, philosophically sound and whatever, is I kind of like left feminism and just embraced humanism, because that includes feminism. Humanism includes everybody. I think it's like, the wave of the future. It's the bigger boat compared to the little dinghy that is feminism. Maybe dinghy is a wrong word, but yeah, actually it's probably a really bad word. And some feminists I know were actually upset. Someday I hope you'll come back to us. Why do I want to get on the smaller boat? But I didn't like that, and there seems to be a lot of, and it's probably just the Facebook generation or what's happened to them. But there's like some aggressive self-empowerment going on. When I was growing up, it's like, well, did I do good today? Oh, well, I did, so I guess I'm okay. Now I've got friends who will like have the universe write them letters, but they're writing the letters, so it's kind of like, Dear Becky, the power within you is the power we can't do without. Go for it. Find your dreams. Signed, the universe. I'm not sure I understand that at all. I mean, I don't get that feeling when I look out the window. I mean, in my neighborhood, I don't get that feeling that the neighborhood wants me to succeed. I don't really get that. So, when you expand that out into the universe, the only thing, I don't think the universe would be a good pen pal, for one. But if it was a pen pal, it'd be like, dear whoever's in our way, you are going to die. Love the universe. I think that's about all that the universe would write. So, I mean, there's all these things kind of going on, and I'm like, this is what I have heading into the dating world, and I'm not well versed at fun and games. I was on a dating site, and I was writing with a very attractive Asian lady, and I had like the two thoughts that men have, which is, her English isn't so good. And number two, if I play my cards right, I'm going to have sex with an Asian girl. That's cool. Because what else do you have to base that on? Her academic record? No, you don't know that stuff. So we're writing back and forth, and she's like, well, I will call you on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night. And then she calls me like Tuesday day. And then sends me a text or a note saying, okay, well, you've got my number now, so you call me back. I was like, okay, all right. It's a minor hoop to jump through. And then that night I was actually busy talking to my friend. So I sent her a note saying, can I call you Thursday? And I didn't hear back. And Friday she sent me a note saying, did you drop your phone? With an emoticon with like, the look. And I wrote back and I said, I asked if I could call you Thursday. Did you send your message telepathically? And I put a emoticon. And she replied with, no, you should have just called. Don't wait. Really? So like, no means no, but silence means yes. And it's like, there's just a little too much gamesmanship going on. And I'm like, I don't want to get into this. One of the things I enjoyed being married immensely, but one of the things that I really did not like is that I would constantly jump through these hoops, and then at the end I'd go, ta-da, and the missus would go, not good enough. Sorry, oh, you took me for a weekend vacation away to 2 separate cities and contacted my HR department and my boss and arranged it and got me a spa treatment and stuff. But what you did is we actually saw one of your friends in Los Angeles, so it was really about you. So it wasn't about me. Fuck. That one just drives me crazy, so I keep on coming back to that one. It'll be great fodder for a first date. Let me tell you about my ex-wife. She's got more damage than a blankety blank. I don't know. I don't have the joke yet, but than I don't know, a Thomas Edison cylinder. That's the only thing I can think of, because there's probably 10 of them in existence and 9 don't work. So I'm still going. I'm still pressing on. I'm just dubious of what the universe wants. I'm waiting for that letter.